works out. All right, guys. Right now, we're doing a dual live, okay? We're going to see if we get some notifications out, if we get some people out here to check out what we got going on. So, if you don't know, we have been investing or teaching people how to invest into Georgia tax lien sale. We have went to Clayton County, Fulton County, Henry County, Macon, and we have some videos that highlight that particular experience and process. So we're going to continue to go down that path and educate people about the tax lien sale in Clayton County. So we do have some clips to show you guys where we went, excuse me, excuse me, where we went out and pre-research the properties that's on the tax lien list. So you're going to see a video that we show in the end, and that particular video is going to basically show you what we found on last month's tax lien sale. But this today, what we're going to be doing is actually looking at this coming month, which is October tax lien sale and the list, and we're going to kind of do a little deep dive into some of the properties, okay? And we're going to show you. Our main purpose with our particular corporation business is to teach you how to do your due diligence. It is so important for the average real estate investor, which is me and you, to learn how to invest alternatively so we can get back in the market. We don't want to just jump in the market and do anything. We actually want to know what we're doing and kind of be preventative. So that's what we focus on here, doing your due diligence. So let's get started. We're going to teach you how to do your due diligence. All right. Now, I'm still trying to figure out if notifications going out. I see notifications may not be going out, but we're going to just keep the broadcast going, and we're going to try a few things. So what we're going to do is share our screen, and we're going to go to Clayton County Tax Lien Sale. All you have to do is, one, go to the Clayton County, Georgia Tax Commissioner office. So we're going to open that tab right now, and hold on one second. I'm going to put myself to the side real quick. And we're going to get started doing our due diligence. Let's do our tax lien research. Now, what you see here is the Clayton County, Georgia website. And what we're looking for is the information about the tax sale. So you'll find that right here. And we're going to go through all of these tabs, kind of, not all of these tabs. We're going to go through the most important tabs one by one so you can kind of know the basis of what you need to do. We're going to look at the application process as well. And then we're going to also look at the list. Okay, I'm excited because I like the list. I miss doing these type of live. I haven't been live on this platform in a while, but this is what we do. So here, what's good about Clayton County is that you can do some research right on the website, okay? And on this particular website, hey, we got some people here. I didn't even know that. Listen, guys, I'm actually dual live. I'm live on the same platform that you're watching, and you'll be able to see what I'm presenting. We've been having some issues sending out our notifications, so I did a dual live. I'm coming live right here on my phone, and I'm live actually on the streaming app. So if you guys that's right here watching on the phone, if y'all click over to that other video, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm showing you. This is actually a test live because I wanted to see what was going on. My notifications stopped going out. Thank you for coming, y'all. But let me show you to my other audience. This is what we have on the screen. So I want you guys to come over to the live that we have right now that's streaming on this platform. Somehow you guys got the notification for this, but you did not get the notification from the streaming app. So, okay, if y'all want to listen to me talk, we're going to talk about it right here as people come in, and I'm going to remind you guys where to go. All right, so here we go. Now we have that particular, let's make this a little bit bigger. Is this okay for you guys? I miss streaming with y'all. I'm streaming. Wow. All right, let's make it a little bit bigger. Put my head on the side. So here, what makes Clayton County good is that you can do some of the preliminary research right here on their website. Now you'll see a hyperlink for real property research, advanced sales search, personal property search, and we'll be going into that later. And they also have a map search. Now, I don't think, oh, this is a GIS map, y'all. Check it out. Clayton County stepping it up. You get all of that on one, okay? Sometimes when you're in different states or different counties, they don't have all of this well put together. So this is beautiful. So we can use the actual GIS map, navigate that. We'll show you how to do that a little bit, and then we can compare and contrast. We're going to at least show you one of the properties today that's on the tax lien list that's coming up for the tax lien sale that is taking place on the 1st. Okay? If you're interested in just learning a little bit about the tax lien sale that's coming up October 1st, Clayton County, this is the place you need to be. As you guys know, I'm dual streaming. So if you cannot see my screen, please go onto the page that you're looking at now. Come to the other stream that's live, okay? Because it's still saying 0 on my streaming app, but then I see you guys here. So I'm just going to just keep things going and just let God work it out, okay? All right. Now, that is some of the places. Ooh, I love that. But what we're going to look at right here is bidder pre-registration form. So let's see, can we open that real quick? I just want you to look at that. Some counties actually make you make a deposit when you're registering. Some of them make you prove your funds that you have it, so you got to keep that in mind. Sometimes you have to have your budget already, presented to them, and they verify funds. That's particular counties, and that's some counties that have high volume sales. Okay, and I'm being abstract because I'm talking about investing across the United States. Every county is different. So when I throw things out to you, these are just things to keep in mind and to look out for. All right, so this is the bidder registration form, which is pretty simple. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No fees. If you have any questions, you can call them, but a driver license is required. Again, remember, if you are a business, you want to make sure that all of your credentials are together, because some of the counties are very meticulous about that. Okay, especially because they're issuing you a property, they want to make sure that you're actually a business, and in some states they require you to prove if you're in good standing. In good standing meaning if you owe any debt in the state or anything, they won't let you participate. Okay, so we're going back to the screen. If you guys can't see it, please log on to the stream, to the other stream that's streaming simultaneously right now. Okay, now here we go. You can see back on the main Clayton County page, we're going to just be looking. We're showing you the bidder information. It actually has tax list for November and October. Now, I just want to show you November's tax liens list, and this is why you have to be proactive. Because when you look at the list, probably weeks before the tax lien sale, you can have a list that's probably 4 or 5 pages, or even up to 100 pages, depending on the county. But I have noticed with Clayton County, as it gets closer to the date, they actually, the, how can I say, the list gets smaller. That's because people actually pay their tax bill. Okay, so this is the the tax lien list for next month. Okay, and hold on one second. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm streaming on the right thing, y'all. Okay, yeah, we got it right, because I'm still seeing 0 on this. Y'all guys need to come over here because it's just so weird. Now, on this particular list, it's a robust list. It's 4 pages. I would use this as a case study for people who are getting to know how to do this, so you can start doing your due diligence, looking at these properties, looking up information about them. I'm not going to show you how to do total your due diligence as far as looking for the deed, but that's something that we do teach, and we do have seminars that can give you hands-on training about that. But now let's just look at the October list, because I had October list before, and it was pretty long and robust too. But now if you look at the October list, hold on one second. I'm going to confuse myself, so I have to take some stuff off the screen. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday and you're feeling amazing and you're ready to get investing, or at least learning and getting yourself prepared. That's what I'm about. I'm about being prepared. I don't like to be caught up in stuff and don't know what's going on. and there's so many things that happen. So now, looking at the tax lien list for Clayton County, there looks like it's only 5 particular properties, guys. Go look at this. I have to show the audience here what we're looking at. We have a dual stream going on right now on the same platform. Notifications have not been going out on my streaming equipment, as you guys can see. But I decided to do a beta test today. So that's what y'all seeing right now is a beta test. So what I'll do is link this video to the actual video where y'all can see stuff, or y'all can go over there and look at it. Now, you see this particular list is only 5 houses. So that's what's actually available for the first. So I will say to you guys, if these properties may not be available, you know. Just looking at this particular list, the only property I would say probably would be available is this one that's back taxed for 3 years. Okay, on this list is good. This list is a nice list. You will find different lists is interchangeable about what it shows you, but most lists usually show you the date of the tax lien sale, the parcel, the name of the owner. Usually, if it don't have the name of the owner, it would have the property location or description, but it has to have a parcel number there. And usually they indicate what year taxes that they're back. But just be aware that some lists are not condensed like the ones that we see right here. You may see a list that says 222 and 21, and it'll have the same list. And sometimes they come in Excel, and you can actually condense them. If you guys are good with Excel, that's where you go. Go to Excel and kind of put that together. But I just want you guys to be aware that the list can be very different depending on the state. But a lot of counties have gotten better because this is mainstream now. Tax lien sales and deed sales is mainstream. You know, it's not just us creeping in the background. This has blown up over the last few years. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start to do you guys need me to go into details about the actual tax lien sale and, you know, just teach you the rules and regulations? Let's see what Clayton County is. Rules. Let's just see. Let's just show you where the rules are at. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go through this website. I guess they got pretty click here for tax assessor page, Clayton County. Hold on. So let's go to tax assessor page. The tax assessor page may have the information we need about the tax lien. So, you know, the tax assessor is different from the tax commissioner. They work together, but notice up. Property search information, tax assessor. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Let's get it. Y'all want to see what I'm looking at right now? That's the real estate division. Usually, sometimes what they have on the website, I was looking at the website, sometimes they have like the rules and regulations, and they give you kind of like a disclaimer, like move at your own will. This is what you have to do. Just give you a breakdown. If I find it, I'll be able to show you guys, but it don't look like they have that here. But if I find it, I will. What we're going to do is now just choose a property off the list. That's what we're going to first do, okay? We're going to get a property off the list. Let's say a little bit easy. We'll do an easy one. The one that was back taxed for 3 years. That is, hold on 1 second, 312 Royal Hugh Drive. So what we're going to do is copy and paste, y'all, Hugh Drive, and we're going to put it in actually what Clayton County gave us. It's so easy because usually I start with going to just do a general map quest review. Let's go do it the way I always do it. Let's do a little map quest thing. Let's get it up there. Hold on. It's in Riverdale. Y'all know a little bit about Georgia. I'm gonna get it on the map. You guys, if y'all tuning in right here on this device where you see me with the green screen, I am dual live right now. You guys can actually just go right on this page. It should be 2 lives up, and you'll be able to see what I'm showing the audience right now. I see someone came over. My streaming equipment is acting up. This is a beta test, but we're educating while we're doing the beta test. So if you can't see what I'm doing, this is where you will see if you go to the other stream. All right, let's get to it. Now, let's just do a basic Google search of 312 Roy Hugh Road in Riverdale. What does it look like? Here we go. Let's pull up the regular maps. Let's put it in real, 3D, real time, Google Live. And this is the particular property. Is it? It says number 2. Hold on. Hold on. You see how it's giving me a hard time, y'all? Sometimes you got to play around with it. Roy Who Road. Here we go. I don't see my little man to put down on there. But does it look like there's a property here, guys? Let me know. I can't really zoom in too much. But what we're going to do is, let me see, search this area. What could I do? Can I get down? What happened to the little man? Didn't there used to be a little man here? So it looks like this is outside the cul-de-sac. We're going to get another look at this real quick. If you guys like to invest, y'all want to learn how to do your due diligence, this is the place for you. This is what I'm here to do. We're not here to sell you anything that you won't be able to make actionable moves on. We want you to be educated. So 312 Royal Hugh Road. Here we go. It is a house here. Now we put Redfin up, and we can see the particular home that is on the tax lien list right here. And we can find out some information about it. And that is the first step of doing your due diligence. Any property that you look at, you want to get a good look at it. You want to compare and contrast the property location between, and I'm giving you the Jews, between GIS map, the Google map that we show you. Also, you want to look at the parcel map and compare the locations to make sure you got the right location, as well as we always say make connections. Never forget to make connections. Maybe you can pay a realtor that's in that area if you're not there to kind of ride by and look at the conditions. Remember, you're never to go on these people's property, and sometimes they live there, especially depending on the areas like the city. You would assume they live here. So this is a 1,700 square foot home. 0.29 acres, lot 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. It's last sold in March 2016. So we'll look at that because we need to take note of that. We want to see the sale, because when we go look at the deed, we're going to look for consecutiveness. Now, I'm not going to show you the deed today, that process, but I do know how to do a soft title search. This is what we teach you in our seminars. And what's the soft title search? That's basically you're going to pull at least 80 years of the property's information, and you can do that in 15 minutes, because usually things are right online. You just need to know where to look and what to read, because reading deeds and checking for mistakes and things like that is kind of an art, and we teach you that art. Does that make sense? I can show you where to go. This is why we just show you where to go. But you have to have the skill to do it. So once I show you how to read the deed and what to look for, it's like water. You'll be able to preview and see if there's going to be any issues with transferability. You're going to be able to get the owner's information so much, and you're going to take that and compare and contrast. Does that make sense? So again, this is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, single family home built in 1971. You're kind of getting an idea of how old the house is as well. In a three parking space. then you can also use this particular platform to start to do your compare and contrast for comps. Okay, because in the back of your mind, you want to know, okay, how I'm going to get in and get out at the same time. So if I end up with this property, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to sell it, what I'm going to do, rent it, what's going on here, what's the average property value here. And this will also guide you on how much you want to invest when it comes to bidding. Now, as far as tax liens, in all states, there is a maximum bid that you can bid. It's different. That's why we teach you how to look up the law. But they're never going to go for the price value of the home. Okay, it is never going to go for the actual price value of the home. When we invest in tax lien, it's an investment until it can mature into actual tangible assets. And that's why we teach you how to look for ones that will definitely turn into tangible assets, or the ones that you can just invest for residual income. Okay, does that make sense? So with that being said, you will start looking here and looking at your comps. Y'all, we don't know what comps is. That's when you get into the seller aspects of it, okay? And seeing what's going on in the area, how much houses sold for, and possibly what you can do. And it also teach you about the area, what's going on with the area, if there's new things coming, new colleges, what's around there. Sometimes on these particular websites, they go as deep as giving you the information about the average income, education in the area, so you can know what type of people you're dealing with, what's the possibility of you getting paid rent for a property that you're renting. Does that make sense? So now we're going to, we see the house. This is the first house we're going to look at. We're going to go back to the list. And now let's just see how much the back taxes is, because we didn't know a lot of key things on the list, but I want to show you some of the key things to note on the list, okay? And I just want you guys to bear with me real quick. I'm going to get my charger so I can do this dual live real quick. Okay. So I could do this dual live. Thank you for stopping by, guys. I'm doing a beta test. I've been having some issues getting my notifications out, but I just wanted to see how would this work. Would I actually get notifications out on my phone versus streaming equipment, And it looks like some people are coming in through my phone, so I do appreciate you guys stopping by. That's why you constantly hear me redirecting them to come to the actual live where I'm showing all of this. Give me one second. Woo! I'm trying to get my phone to sit up. I don't have that. I don't have my thing with me. You're like, girl, get it together. I was gonna record, but I said no. Let's just go live. I like going live too. I was gonna record, but I said nope. Let's go live. Okay. All right, guys. So let's just get back to it. Now we're going to look at some key details about this particular property. So we're on 312 Royal Hue Road, and we know that they're 3 years back taxes. The amount is not here. So that means that either the person is about to pay it, or the person is about to pay it. It may be a case that they have some type of contract going on. But in all cases, you'll be able to see right here where you'll see the entry bid amount. And that's what we want to start with. We want to start by looking at the entry bid amount, because that's important. That's going to basically tell us how many properties we can bid on, that we're interested in based on our budget. That's the most important part. I always say budget, 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 budget. So we're just going to do our due diligence on this property right now. And we're going to start looking up some information about the property. So the first thing we want to know also the second thing we want to know after the carry out bid amount is the parcel information. All right, so you take that parcel number, and that's going to start to unlock the key to doing your due diligence, getting the information you need. Now, let's just go back to Clayton County's tax assessor's office. They're so freaking amazing. They're so amazing. Hold on. Do I got it up here? Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. When I get a lot of things on the screen. So here, let's just go back here real quick. We're gonna go to tax sale. We can, and we know that here on top the tax sale page, we'll be able to do some of our due diligence. Check this out. So now we're gonna do real property search. Can you see that? All right, under real property search, what we're going to do is paste the parcel information. And this is where we're going to start to go look for the bill information. Here we are, this is the parcel address, which match, city match, and this is the bill for 2025. Now, here, this is where you want to pay attention because we know that they are back taxed 3 years for this particular property. So even if they did not tell you how much the price is, you can do your due diligence yourself and check. You see how it gets easy? So right now, let's look at the tax bill that's due for this year. I'm thinking because they didn't have the price amount that they may have a deal working out with this person. But this is some key information I want you to start to pay attention to. We're going to always note the owner's name, address, okay? We're also, you want to start writing that down now. And you also want to write down key information about the property. It's a residential lot, so later on you'll keep that in mind when you're looking into zoning information. Now, also when it comes to figuring out if the person lives in the home, that is something you want to determine because you want to communicate with the homeowner if you have to. Not right now, but when it comes to making the final move, you want to gather all this information. So it looks like he actually don't live in the house because the house is located at 312 Royal Hugh Road, and maybe they put the wrong name here because it's a Toy Hugh. So I think they did. It's the. I think he lives there. It may be a typo. It has to be a typo. So the case says it's an active status. So right now, oh, thank you. So instead of us having to click on all the bills, these are the tax years that was billed. The average tax bill has greatly increased since 2019, highlighting that the tax bill in 2019 was $976. And every year it kind of went up 1,000, and then it went up $800, another $800, and again 2023 it went up about $400-500. This is when we was hitting inflation, y'all. Okay, so the taxes right here that looks like it's due is for 2023. Well, actually 2024, because the bill was paid out for 2023 to zero balance. So let me just look at that paper. The paper says 2023 taxes is due in 21. I don't think that's totally true. That's why they took that billing information out. Obviously, something is going on. So what's due now is 2024 taxes for this particular property. Also, we want to highlight is the value. This is according to the tax assessor's office, but you know that may vary. That's why we go into all the different other platforms and they kind of tell us, give us an idea before we do our comps. Does that make sense? But here it says about 215, and then you go on Redfin. Let's just flash back on that. Redfin says about 216. Okay, so it's not too off. This is where you're starting to do your compare and contrast. Does that make sense? All right. If you're tuning in on the device right here on the long screen, I want you guys to know that we're doing a dual live. You can see this in professional form if you go right on to the YouTube page that you're looking at. Again, so let's just pull that off. So we kind of get an idea of the comps. We're doing our due diligence, figuring out what's going on with this particular property that's on the tax lien list. So we're going to think about $4,000. You know, I like to round up, but it says $3,500 is due. But let's say if we wanted to invest in this, we had the minimum bid of $4,000 or $3,500. It says to me, just looking at the taxes due, let's look at that. Again, what's due is $3,516. I would assume that you as the investor want to at least have $6,000 to $7,000 to secure this bid. You know, I don't want you guys to go into bidding wars, but if you're looking at the particular property and you looked at the history to see if it had any liens on it. Everything was open. And right now we're looking at a property that values around 216, and this is how it looked. You check out the area. It's probably a perfect investment for you just to do $8,000 plus, waiting to, move forward to obtain the property. You guys do know that investing in Georgia tax liens is an investment until 1 year. And that means you have, after that year, if the homeowner did not pay, that means that you can move forward to secure the property. Does that make sense? So if you did miss some of what we showed you, we're just going to backtrack real quick just to kind of show you where you can start to do your due diligence for Clayton County Tax Lien Sale. So you'll go to the Clayton County, Georgia website. You'll go to Tax Sale. Once you go to Tax Sale, it's going to take you to... Hold on. Let's just do it again. You have so many things up. Let's just open it. You'll end up going here. Excuse me, guys. Here we go. And this is where you'll find the tax lien bidder pre-registration form right here where we showed you. Also, you'll see the November list right here, which we talked about may shrink, definitely will shrink, as well as we talked about the list that's coming up for October. That's really, really, really small. But I want you guys to keep in mind that there are many counties that have a lot of properties that taxes are available for you to invest in tax liens, okay? So now that we have seen that, I'm giving you just a brief intro. We're going to reiterate where you go look at the parcel information. So just check this out, guys. I got to remember I'm dual screening, streaming. So the things that I want to show, I can't be like, oh, I showed you. So that's where we looked at the tax lien list that's coming up for October the 1st in Clayton County. This is the ones that's available. In my professional opinion, I do believe that these may be paid off, and it may be 2 or 3 that's available. But that's something that we will have to look at the day of the tax lien sale. I think we'll be going out there live that day, guys, so just keep that in mind. I may be out there. So we looked up one property just to show you how things go. Again, I want you to press rewind on this particular video so you can learn how to start doing your due diligence. Now, let me just give you a heads up, too. This was something that we missed out. They also have a Sheriff Sale. Hold on. All right, so here is the Sheriff Sale. You'll be able to Google that, and that is connected to the tax commissioner office. You can get that information from there. But this is the second part I want to show you, that Clayton County also offers a sheriff sale, which was remarkably different from a tax lien sale. Okay, guys? Because I'm an educator and my main focus is to teach y'all how to do y'all due diligence. I don't mind showing you all the different realms, but we want to compare and contrast. As you can see, the sheriff sale comes from different walks of real estate. Check this out. As you can see, right here it says foreclosure, new, bankruptcy, foreclosure. So they're in different states of transactions. So you have to do your due diligence regardless. Keep in mind, if it's something like a bankruptcy that's connected to a particular home, you want to look for an IRS lien because that person may have the affinity to have more liens on their home. Remember, as a tax lien investor, we are first in line, but we can never supersede an IRS lien. So you want to be leery if you're investing in a tax lien that you actually want the property and actually have a chance to get paid. Does that make sense? But let's just show you. This is the sheriffsale.net. This is Sheriff Sale in Clayton County, the same county in Georgia. Now you can see the entry to get into this particular real estate bidding market is remarkably different. It's different. The entry rate is pretty much close to fair market value. if that's the way that you invest, I'm kind of quiet because I don't like this way of investing. This is good. What it does eliminate, this is good because what it does eliminate is actually a bank note. We know that a bank note, which is a normal real estate loan for real property, is like a death note. If it's 235,000, by the time you pay off in your 30 year with a fixed or non-fixed, you're gonna probably pay double the amount of the house value. Point blank. Period. We want to get you out of that realm. Does that make sense? But if you're gonna go and you want to cut that middleman out and say, "Hey, I have this amount to invest. This is what Clayton County offers you." Okay. So I just wanted to start to show you this. This is going to take another full broadcast to show you the Sheriff Sale. We're going to go through each page, things like that. Kind of get to know a little bit more about Clayton County. We're refocusing on Clayton County, okay? Uh, After we do go to the tax lien sale this week, I think we're going to attend on Tuesday. So I just wanted to show you what we have coming up. And now what I do want to show is our trip to Clayton County. All right. We went to Clayton County and did our due diligence, pre-due diligence. I always say if you can get out, go out. Go to where you need to go and see the property. And that's what we did in this particular video. Okay, look at me. Look at me, y'all. On my handheld device, guys, just giving you a heads up, we will be logging off. I have suggested many times, please just come to the live that's on right now because I do believe that we're having trouble with our notification. And why can I play this screen? Hold on. See, I'm having some type of trouble. Some things are not showing up. I have switched my broadcast. See that? Okay, here we go. I have switched my broadcasting equipment. So I will be streaming a little bit different. But right now, we're going to continue to use that. So with that being said, if you're here on a handheld device, thank you for tuning in. I need you guys to go right back to this page and you guys can watch the rest of this video, or you can actually watch in a more professional setting of the things that I was showing you. So you guys, thank you for being here today. I appreciate you for stopping through. This was a beta test. Hit the like button if you like the content that I share. I give you guys a mouthful. I love to teach. I love to learn. Just know that what we service you with is education. It's not tangible. Like, you can keep that forever and it can never be taken from you. We want you guys to be safe when you're investing in tax liens, deeds, foreclosures, sheriff sales. And the only way that you're going to do that is by doing your due diligence, understanding how to look at the deed, understanding how to find a deed, how to find liens, what happens when there's an issue with notification, how would you move forward if it's something on its face wrong with the tax lien. These are some of the things that tax lien instrument. These are some of the things that I have experienced in real time. So if you don't know about me, my name is Lady Lashley. I have been investing in tax liens, deeds for the last 6 years. And my goal is to educate people so we can continue to gain root in real estate. We have to correct the market. And the only way we're going to do that if we actually own property because we're priced out. So with that being said, guys, thank you for joining us. Okay. All right, let's go.